Well, good morning. Steve here on a chilly Saturday. 31 degrees as the sun is coming over the horizon. And I'm at the 4th Street Park and the baseball fields are behind me and kids are out there getting ready for a game. 31 degrees is no temperature for baseball. We are expected to warm up today to 66, I think. So that's better prospects, but not for the start. This week has been interesting. I haven't been feeling myself. So even today, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to start out by just walking. I was feeling... I ran Saturday and Sunday last weekend. And then ever since Monday, I haven't been feeling that good. And, the question is, why? Is there a bug going around? So I've just been laying low all week. And so I'm not sure about running today. So I'll start with a walk. If I do any running, I might just do a little short jog and then stop and see how I feel. The description I'd say is I had some nausea this week, or queasiness. This nausea sounds too strong, so queasy sounds a little weaker. So it's kind of like in the back of the mind you feel a little, but your appetite's still there, and then it's not there. So it just was that way for several days. I talked to a coworker, and she said she'd been feeling the same way, so that's what makes me think it may be some sort of bug. And then I've been hearing about other nasty stomach bugs that are going around right now, where people are running 103 temperatures and just not doing so well. So I hope that doesn't catch up with me. So good news this week is while I wasn't feeling well, I had to have some blood tests this week, and I'm still waiting the results to see how things are improving, hopefully improving, how they're coming along. And I had gone to rehab for my shoulder on Wednesday. They said, you're not feeling that great, let's take your blood pressure. So blood pressure was low that morning, and they said, well, that can cause you to feel kind of nauseous. But then it's been normal, so I'm not sure what's going on. But so because I'm doing shoulder things, my back feels a little funny. And is the back funny because of the exercises, or is there something else going on? So we're keeping an eye on it and trying to monitor, and that's why I'm not committing to doing running necessarily today, but we'll see. I'll try a little jog when I get up to the music shell here at 4th Street Park. My friend Tom, who I mentioned last time about the brain tumor, he had surgery on Tuesday. Not doing well. I think the plan is they have to wait 2 weeks for results because maybe they need to see how aggressive the cancer is, what stage, to assess where this all is. I think their intent is to get him rehabilitated enough so that he can travel down to Florida, because that's where they live half the year and that's where their doctors are. So while they've been up here, they've been treated well. It's just not where they have their family physicians and stuff. It is chilly. Need to get out in the sunshine. Yeah, hoping to get some yard work done today. My wife mentioned a couple of things. We started burning wood in our wood stove on Wednesday, maybe. We could have started earlier, but we've just been holding off. So we've just about gone through everything on the front porch, so it's time to fill the porch back up. Don't like the sound of all those sirens. Usually means an accident somewhere. Well, yeah, it could be anything. It could be a fire. It could be an accident. I don't see any smoke anywhere. Oh, I know some folks on Slow Runners Club and Extra Mile page have some races this weekend. I think is it the Marine Corps Marathon this weekend? I think that's tomorrow. And then New York City, I think, is next weekend. And Philadelphia is the weekend after that. There's a number of big races going on. And I saw somebody getting ready for a 50K. She's out this morning. All right, well, let's see. Let's try a little jog. Keep it slow and keep it real. Whew. Legs are stiff and it's cold. Just wearing shorts. Very stiff. The 5K fundraiser is just a couple weeks out now. It's 2 Saturdays from today, November 12th, so and do what we can to preserve ourselves for that. Alright, go to the far end around the baseball fields. I should have zipped up my jacket. Let's take care of that. Yeah, I got the hands covered. I need to pull the sweats out of the closet. So I have not been listening to other folks' podcasts lately. Just haven't been giving the time. I really did appreciate Carlos putting up the celebration of life service for Mavis. Norma was just wonderful. And her tribute to her husband, taking care and seeing the friendship between her mother and Carlos in the last 6 months, could tell she was very touched. there's a runner ahead on the trail ahead of me, but I'm not looking to catch up. Yeah, so my aim this morning is just to see how my body is responding to this after the way I felt this week. Just taking the old jalopy out. I ran into the lady at church who's had a heart attack, who appears to be in her 30s. Her name is Terry, and she and I were thinking last Sunday we should start a running group for heart attack survivors. But it's just chatter so far. See a patch of sunlight coming up. I'm planning on doing a little walking there. I don't have any timer going today. I'm just going to do it by feel and sensibility. A man walking a dog. Dog's got a nice sweater on. Good morning. Oh, sunshine.
Good morning, huh?
It is very nippy.
Oh, it's a good day for jogging, though.
Oh, I'll take a break in the sunshine.
There you go.
Slow down. All right, well, we'll just imagine hearing a beep telling me to walk. And what I've got covering my hands are just knit gloves. And for the winter, I think I would like, the gal ahead of me is also walking. I want genuine mittens. Mittens that have the 4 fingers all in one pocket. Because they should keep each other warm. Let's see. This week, while I wasn't feeling well, reached out to my cardiologist. So the appointment to see him has been bumped from December 5th to November 14th. So that will be the Monday after the 5K. And he took me off the beta blocker altogether, which I'm happy about because, that has been the source of nausea and holding back. He said, your heart is regaining function, so there's no reason why you need to be on it.
15 minutes, 11 seconds. Distance,
She started
1
running
mile.
again.
Average pace, 15:11 per mile.
So that felt like a celebration. So I went into the town, the Quakertown Borough building has a receptacle for getting rid of medications. So I was happy to drop that off. So now I am down to an aspirin and a Plavix pill in the morning, and then just one pill in the evening. So that feels like progress to me. And honestly, being out here this morning, doing a little running, is progress too, after how I've been feeling all this week. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Certainly looking forward to temperatures rising. I think 66 today, 71 or 2 tomorrow. I think with a little rain. Hey, so saw that Kelvin and Jesse are going to get married. So that was fun news to see this morning. Mr. and Mrs. Ultra Cowboy. Whew. Right fingers in the right hand are cold. So we'll do the old bunch them up in the glove trick. Make a fist. Carlos had called for the first snow picture, and I don't remember who submitted it. It could have been Jim Daly from maybe his mom. Up in upstate New York. I should say upper New York. Because upstate seems to be anything not New York City. The lady ahead of me is walking, so I am gaining a little. Oh, there she goes again. Had a parent meeting for the swim team this week. And practice starts for Anna unofficially on November 1st, officially on November 18th. Just realized something very dumb I've done. So with all of my concerns about how I've been feeling this week, am running without my nitro tablets. It just seems so odd to hear baseball sounds when it's sun is just up. It's 30 something degrees. But the batter is up. Oh, by the way, sorry about the Cubs loss last night. I want to see it close, not these shutouts. So the Cleveland Tribe is up 2-1. And I don't know if there's another game tonight in Chicago. All right. Self-imposed walk break. A bunch of poodles. And such. Poodles. Hey, Ben.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. After a little fun?
Yeah. Wow, I get the greeting committee. Good morning.
Pausing workout.
Hi. Oh, you're friendly.
That's one of my dogs.
Oh, that's one of yours. Okay.
A couple more here. We got this is Steve, Mitzi, and Ann.
Hi, Mitzi and
They go
Ann.
to church. We go to church.
Yeah, I've been feeling kind of weird this week, so I'm just trying
Trying
out
to get a little exercise in.
well, and see how I feel doing
Okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
Well, that's good.
yeah,
That's good. It's a nice brisk morning this morning.
very brisk.
For sure, right there. Yeah.
And to find baseball
and
being
then
played
baseball,
like that,
we were
yeah.
saying too, we're like, okay.
It's like,
yeah.
who would have thought sounds of baseball on a 30,
Almost November,
32
yeah.
degrees morning
I
with the
know.
sun just barely up?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Wow.
the World Series is going
that's
on.
true.
Well, that's true. But they get paid for it.
Does it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's
They
true.
get paid well.
It's been a long
Handsomely,
season
yes.
for them, yeah. So,
A heck of a lot more than any of us will ever see.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
That is true.
That's
Yeah,
true.
That is for sure.
So Mitzi and
I
who?
see you.
Mitzi and Ann. This is-
Ann. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I see you.
No, I
Are you a
thought
teacher
there
at
were.
Perk too? Upper Perk?
No. Our son
Well, his son
taught last semester,
did a semester with us when we had a
the
maternity leave,
long-term sub.
just this past semester. So
So he is now
he's now in charter school.
teaching in New Jersey. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and really enjoying it. So
That's good.
Yeah,
Good.
and he's engaged now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I knew he had a girlfriend. Okay,
So we're
that's
thinking
cool.
around July 8th, but they haven't.
Okay.
They've been
So
having
Terry-
trouble finding a venue.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay. So
yeah,
it takes
for
some
where
time,
they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we think it's happening July 8th, but
Okay.
nothing
See.
firm.
All right. All right. Sounds good. All right.
Now I'll go see
ladies.
if other East Swampers are playing tennis.
Playing tennis. Still.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. See you, Steve.
See you, Ben.
See you later.
Resuming
Oh.
workout.
You want to play too? Okay, well. Ben he is an elder at our church. And teaches in the Upper Perkiomen High School. He teaches math. So because of Ben, Wayne was able to get connecting to Ben, Wayne was able to get a long-term sub-teaching position last spring. All right, the goal is still take it really easy. So I noticed that when I stopped, the queasy feeling is back. Somebody lent me a battery-operated blood pressure cuff. so I can just make sure my blood pressure is where it should be. No tennis players today. Might be too cool for them. Or I'll show up a little later. Let's see, time is 10 after 8. And Ben's dog was the golden retriever, but it was a black poodle, big poodle, that wanted to run with me. Cold enough for ice today, but not sure I see any on the creek that I'm running alongside. I see green water pipes ahead. Look like they're about 24 inches diameter, maybe less, but good-sized pipe stacked up. By one of the pavilions. I wonder what's going on. So I'm in Panther Park.
Time 26 minutes 18 seconds. Distance 2 miles. Average pace 13.09 per mile.
Perfect. 2 miles is all I was really looking for. Bigger than I thought. More like 2.5 feet. Green and black pipe. Wonder if they're putting in a new bathroom or something. That's an awful lot. That's very big.
Pausing workout.
Sewer. Gravity sewer, it says.
Resuming workout.
Yeah, curious. And then there's another pile up ahead. And under the pavilions, all the benches are gone. All the park benches. So I wonder what's up. Well, I am not going to cut through the park. Instead of head over to 4th Street. The library is closed beginning yesterday through November 6th for renovations. So after my outing today, plan is to go enjoy a cup of Starbucks coffee. In my refrigerator, I have a can of cold brewed coffee from a local company called Punch in the Face. And our small group that met last night, the oldest son works for this company, and he brought a case home. So I have that in the refrigerator right now. So it's not sweetened, it's just filtered water and coffee. And we're back at 4th Street Park. And I will head for the paved part. So I think I've forgotten to walk. A little walking here. And yeah, as the sun gets higher, it's going to warm things, but not yet. Still just too cold for the way I'm dressed. Wasn't running very hard, so I caught my breath pretty quickly. So I will run until I get to the end of the loop, and then walk once I get back toward the car. It's funny, there's a building here with bathrooms. I was convinced one day how nice. Bathrooms locked. So they are on the 4th Street Park grounds, but it is part of a snack stand. So I guess it's only open when certain events are taking place where the snack stand is open. That's a real shame. Because people using the park could use a restroom from time to time. Problem is also, once the temperatures get to dropping too low, even in places where bathrooms are normally open in the summer, they lock them up in the winter. I think there's at least one outhouse, a portage on this path. All-weather bathroom. There should be more than one though. I just haven't paid attention if there is. Alright, so my goal this morning will have to be determined after I'm done. And that is how do I feel? Do I go into a nausea? How's my shoulder pain? Back pain? Any chest pain? Hopefully it's zeros across the board. But we'll see. So I've been mostly quiet today, not overly talkative. But I've found that listening to longer podcasts where you hear the footfalls, well, that makes all the difference sometimes. You can listen to just good talks, but kind of lose interest, or you can get a little bored at times. But the footfalls just keep you feeling easy. So hopefully at least you've gotten that much. A couple of killdeer. I don't think they are winter. I don't think they wintered here. So I wonder when they leave for warmer climes. My face is feeling a bit chilly, so enunciating feels a little harder. All right. We are back to ye old parking spot with chilly fingers, not chilly toes like Michael.
Pausing workout.
And we're ending our Nike Plus.
Workout completed. Time 35 minutes 51 seconds. Distance 2.83 miles. Average pace 12:40 per mile.
Decent. Especially since I started in a walk. Yeah. So, yeah, this running loop looks a little familiar on my outings. I will share this with other apps. My cold fingers could just register a little heat. All right, so mission accomplished. So for the upcoming plans, one, I'm hoping to just feel better in the next week. Feeling a little lightheaded right now. I wish I had the blood pressure cuff to be able to say, ooh, what's my blood pressure doing? Secondly, with the 5K coming up in 2 weeks, what I was thinking was, not necessarily thinking about this week, but that I would probably run at the latest Wednesday. So I've had another issue also besides just my body feeling the way it has. My right foot felt like I did something underneath the ball of my foot to my big toe. It feels good today. It doesn't feel like anything's going on there. But that was another good reason to give some rest. So, trying to make sure that I am sensible. I would love to go running every day, maybe take one day off a week, but that is not yet for a while. Body is telling me so. And so this next week, depending on how I feel later today, I will probably plan on running once or twice next week. And just maybe every other day or every other day, take a couple of days off and then run up until just before the 5K, so I can feel like, hey, my legs are used to running, but we're not. Trying to do myself in. So that's the plan for now. Oh, it is Saturday, October 29th. 5 years ago today, we had a monster snowstorm. It dumped wet snow, and lots of it, on our area. and closed roads and power lines down everywhere. We had a birthday party scheduled for our daughter, and we actually carried it off. People showed up regardless. And even one who's not too far away couldn't show up because she lives in the woods and there were just too many down everything. And then somebody who lives about 20 minutes away made it. So it was a pumpkin carving birthday party. And then 4 years ago today was Superstorm Sandy. And that blew in through here, took out our power for 5 days. Should have been shortened, but we have a neighbor on the end of our street who is particular about things on his property, and one of his trees blew over and landed on the power lines, and he wouldn't let anybody touch it until lawyers got involved. So where we should have been out of power for maybe 2 or 3 days, thanks to our good neighbor, we were out for 5 days. It was a time of cold showers and using the wood stove and grinding coffee by hand. By the way, I like the coffee that comes out of that. I have an old-fashioned grinder by hand. But 2 things. It is squeaky. So my daughter heard me churning one morning. She said, "What was that noise?" So it's a little squeaky, almost like a piece of birch on a piece of wood. You know, sometimes I don't know if you've seen those. They are like bird calls, or kind of sounds like a bird chirp. A piece of birch and a piece of metal. And then it just takes forever. Like it grinds it pretty fine. And I would love to find something that does that electronically. So a grinder that is more of a mill. Otherwise, the grinder that I use is like a blade that just chops it and pulverizes it. I think I like the crushing type of mill instead. Oh, there's another birthday idea, or Christmas idea. So I often don't have Christmas ideas for myself, but I've given some to my daughter already. Trying to keep things simple. Christmas shopping. Oh my gosh, we were less than 2 months now till Christmas. And I have no idea what to get my wife. She's a tough one to shop for, because all she wants is for me to complete projects in the house. But I like to give her things, and she likes to open presents. So I have been working on a couple of projects at home right now, though I just ran into a snafu yesterday. So one of them is, we have a very old house, and so we have old lock boxes on the doors, and the brown, we are using the brown knobs, not the white ones, not metal ones. And I was trying to add a box to a linen closet door, and I didn't have screws. So I went to my father-in-law's, who has everything. He couldn't find screws of the right length. So he gave me a can, or a little container of brass screws. The problem with brass screws is they're too soft. And while I was trying to force one in, it broke, twisted off. So I think I will head over to Lowe's today and see if I can find some steel screws. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that one, because I've got a stuck piece of metal in the hole that I pre-drilled. So, what to do? All right, well, that's my plans, and that's my podcast offering for today. So thanks for listening. As always, you made it easy to keep going just for letting me talk. I know you didn't have any choice, but I'll say you let me talk. And you listened, so thanks for that. So this is Steve in southeastern Pennsylvania, Quakertown, with the summer sounds of baseball. So funny. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.